showtime, a-holes.
Hello, movie fans and nerds alike. Welcome to A Month in Movies. This is the movie show where we go into all the movie news from the last month of movies, what we saw, and what's coming out to theaters near you in the upcoming months. With me today, to my right, is my lovely fiancée,
Yay, Katy!
Gilligan.
Yay, hi!
Yeah, first time here.
Yay! I'm happy to be here, guys. Thanks.
Yeah. To the left, Ransom Tyson.
Hello.
The blonde dude. And then the other blonde person, Casey Mason. She does art.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, it's really good introductions, weren't they?
They were great.
I really try. Okay, so first up, like we mentioned, movie news. Let's break it down. Casey, you got 2 points of news you'd like to bring up?
I do got 2 points of news I'd like to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I think by now we all know that I'm the Disney person.
True story.
So I've got some Disney dates that I think everyone should put in their calendars. I'm
Mark
going to
it.
pick and choose the ones that you put in your calendars because some of these I'm just like, meh.
Yeah.
Frozen 2.
Yeah, that's our first one actually, Katie. We've got Frozen 2 coming out November of 2019. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I didn't think there was a necessity for Frozen 2. I thought it ended where it needed to end, and then we were all fine.
Like I said, Frozen 2. Shit is still frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well put.
I don't know.
Shit is still frozen.
And then, even before that, though, and this is my favorite, I wonder if anyone watching this can guess what this is going to be. The Lion King live-action remake is coming out July 19th, 2019.
That is 8 days away from my birthday.
Well.
Just so you know.
All right.
Okay, well, it's 2 weeks from my birthday.
Yeah!
Oh!
July birthdays.
Yay! Okay, so that's obviously the biggest one. We're all very excited about that one. Actually, Katie's got news for that one here coming up shortly.
I do.
Then we've got Star Wars episode... I can't read that.
9.
I don't know what 9, thank you.
IX.
IX.
Star Wars
I'm
episode
so terrible
IX.
with those. May 24th, 2019.
Which is interesting because it's not in December.
So far, that couple 2 months of 2019 is going to be an exciting one for everyone on this couch, I think.
Yeah.
Something to think of, too. Avengers date. Right? Very, very close to Star Wars.
The second
9.
Avengers?
Of
Yeah.
Infinity Wars.
Mm-hmm. The second Infinity War. So...
Because there's Infinity Wars is next year, isn't it?
Yeah, the first
okay.
one. Yeah,
The first
but
one.
but the second one is the next is 2019. So it's weirdly like I want to say a week or two around close to the next Star Wars movie.
That's going to
which
be
is
an
crazy.
insane month for
There.
movie monies.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know,
So
but and
Disney's
it's
going to be like, hello.
Disney's
Yeah.
doubling up,
Yeah.
yeah.
well, and my thing is like it's crazy to me that Disney would like double down on that month, but then again, maybe they're just so confident in these properties that they're just like,
I would be.
fuck it.
You've got
I
all
think,
sorts
well,
of
they
good
have
stuff.
every right to be confident in Infinity Wars with how well the Marvel Cinematic
Oh,
Universe
yeah,
is
for
doing.
sure.
And Star Wars is Star Wars.
And Star Wars is Star Wars. And
Yes.
then... Yeah, and then Lion King coming out less than 2 months later. I mean,
And-
it's just going to be a huge, huge summer
Sure.
for Disney that year.
I can't wait to spend all my money at the
Disney's
movies.
going to take over the world. So
There are worse things.
There are.
true.
That's true.
Once Disney and Google combine to form the most
And
perfect
Starbucks, I
computer
think, though.
entity, then Skynet happens and then we all die.
True.
No.
Why would you even go along that tangent when we're talking about
Happiness. Disney doesn't want you to die. Disney wants you to be happy.
I'm moving on.
All right,
because
let's
you're
move
gonna-
on.
Dun, 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 dun.
Anyways, okay, so then we've got a movie called Gigantic coming out, which is basically a retelling of Jack and the Beanstalk. That's coming out November 25th, 2020. So
That's a
now
long
we're
time.
about 3.5 years out.
Interesting.
And then this one is being made, and I didn't even know this was in the works. Wreck-It Ralph 2. Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Dude, and I
Ransom!
love that title.
Yeah, you showed us
Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph for the first time, and I loved it. Or
So
was
that
it Mason?
was-
No, you showed us Big Hero 6. Mason showed us Wreck-It Ralph.
I haven't watched Wreck-It Ralph all the way through yet.
What's so
What
good?
is
Oh, we need to get
I
you on
fell,
that.
s- I
Oh
fell
no,
asleep
okay, I'm
when
gonna
I
stop
was
you right
young.
there. You're not allowed to debate with me about Disney movies when you can't even watch them all the way through. How about that?
Whoa!
It's
Cousin
one
Bird,
movie.
Cousin Bird.
It's one movie.
Here we go, Ransom. You'll enjoy
Fight.
Wreck-It Ralph because it's got, like,
Have
showed
I
us.
seen Big Hero 6?
I don't know. You don't watch
Look at-
movies all the way through,
Guys,
so who knows?
Casey,
Yes.
he showed us Big Hero 6, what, a month and a half ago? 2 months ago?
Yeah.
And that was the first time we saw it. But now I'm in love and I cried.
I
Big
know.
Hero 6.
All
Yeah,
right.
it is the perfect mix of Iron Giant and Teen Titans.
True. Okay, so,
Okay, so I'm going
Wreck-It
on.
Ralph
We've
2.
only got a couple more. So, that one's coming out November 21st of next year.
Oh,
Okay.
So
that's soon.
2018.
Nice.
And then a movie called Magic Camp. It's a
Magic
live-action
Camp?
film. I don't know what it's about. It literally gives me nothing. It's coming out April 6th of 2018.
Cool.
Okay.
And then A Wrinkle in Time, March
Nice.
9th, 2018. The Untitled.
Ava DuVernay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Selma.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Director
Oprah
Selma.
Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon,
Oh, nice.
Mindy Kaling,
Nice.
and
It's
a
gonna
lot
be
more
going.
apparently.
Mhm.
And then the Untitled Indiana Jones movie
Harrison Ford.
is coming out July
Fuck the day
10th
of
of
the
2020. So that's another one that we can go see together and
A million years.
well to celebrate our birthdays.
Yeah.
Please let us live that long.
Are you really afraid of Skynet or Trump? I'm not sure.
Can they not be the same entity
Okay.
then?
Why not both?
If
Okay,
it- if it-
let's
If Donald Trump merges into a clapper trapper,
Oh my
like
god.
in South
I
Park,
think we're getting
world's
very
done.
off topic here, but that's
Sorry.
fine.
Anyway,
That's fine.
It's fine
movies.
because that was the last one on this list. So I will say there are a couple on there that I'm very excited for. I was hoping that there were going to be more on there.
there'll
they
be
have so
more.
much in the works. They have
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
I've been watching these little tidbits online of like all of the upcoming Disney stuff,
Well, like
which is a lot.
Incredibles
But
2. Like
yeah, where the
10 years
hell is
later.
Incredibles 2?
It's coming.
15 actually.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
It's hilarious that you know how long it's been when you're barely that age.
She gives
I
you
don't
so
think you
much shit. Are you
understand
okay?
When that movie came out, that was my thing.
No, Incredibles is one of my very, very favorite movies, and they need to hurry
It's
up.
I'm pretty
so
sure I
good.
watched that movie
Oh,
3 times every month.
and
Probably.
they came out with the Cars 3 trailer. I'm sorry, Cars was great. Didn't see Cars 2 because I had no interest, and
I
now they're
hear
doing
that.
Cars 3.
I hear that this one's gonna be along the lines of like, a Creed in terms of the Rocky kind of
No,
thing.
I'm
where-
actually... Because, have you guys watched the trailer?
I've been really
Well,
bad. I
no.
really shouldn't talk on it because I
The-
haven't seen the
okay,
trailer because I just seem so
the-
disinterested.
Newest trailer, pretty much it's, to be honest, it's kind of the same synopsis of the first one.
Cars.
Where he goes back to the town and visits his old friends,
Mhm.
and he's training with a newer model.
Nice.
And basically she tells
Who's
him
she?
yeah, it's a she. And she tells him that he was an inspiration to her, like,
Aw.
and it looks good.
This
Creed.
one looks,
Yeah.
so it's that. So it looks like it could be.
Oh yeah, well it's interesting because it also is kind of going into this like idea of, you know, the old, like the what was once new becoming old, and we're seeing him become more of a Doc Hudson character, which is interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, maybe,
Alright.
yeah, maybe it could be good.
But yeah, like I said, I thought that there was gonna be more on that list.
Yeah.
There'll be more later down the line. These are just the ones that they want to lock down first. You know,
And
it's
well,
like,
and then
might
we've
as
got a bunch
well.
of live actions coming out too. Like they've already
Yeah.
started looking at casting Aladdin
Yeah.
among other
Yes.
things.
Uh-huh.
So that'll be interesting.
I want them to do Hunchback of Notre Dame.
We'll get there.
It's
Yeah.
not
We'll get there, boy.
gonna happen.
Why?
No one.
If
likes
they're
it.
doing Lion King and Aladdin, it's gonna
They're
happen.
doing a lot.
They're gonna do The Little Mermaid first, and then they're gonna do Pocahontas before that, and then they're gonna do literally all of the other movies except for Notre Dame.
They're gonna do Hunchback at some point very soon.
Excuse me.
Call
Notre
it.
Dame. That's what I
Oh
said.
God. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Here we go.
All right.
So,
So
like-
another
You done
controversy.
yet?
No.
Another controversy.
Oh dear God.
All right, so now I'm moving on to something a little bit more intense than Disney movies, and I'm gonna admit the title of this article was very much clickbait for me, and then I'm like, oh, more whitewashing, shocker.
And it's a HuffPost, right? They do that a
this
lot.
One was HuffPost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was HuffPost. It said Scarlett Johansson and Tilda Swinton spark whitewashing fury with Asian-inspired movie roles again.
Okay.
So it's a great clickbait title, but when you go into it, the movie that they're starring in, first of all, they're not the only two white people to be starring in this movie. in fact, most, if not all of the cast, is white. It's an Asian-inspired still motion film, which essentially is an animated movie. So the reason that I don't have such a problem with this is because you're saying that because this character is from this country, that they can't have a certain voice, which I think is just as bad as saying that is just as whitewashing various roles. And if we're going to pick apart this movie, this animated movie, because white characters are playing voices of white actors are playing voices of animated characters, which, it's called the Isle of Dogs, so most of these characters are dogs.
I'm assuming.
Then we have to pick apart, I would say, just about any Disney movie that came out of the 90s. One would be The Lion King. If we're going to say that white actors can't portray animated characters, then Lion King should be having a huge backlash right now because they're doing the exact same thing.
It's a bit of a double standard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And even just like with anime too, because we, dub it into English. It's...
Well, there's that one we saw only yesterday, where we were just talking about before we started the cast.
Yeah.
With Daisy Ridley, with the they did the English dub version. I really liked it. I can read subtitles all day. I don't care, but having it, and it doesn't matter. I still got the essence of it being of Asian descent, and I don't know. It really just it's a really touchy subject because I think sometimes it's okay and sometimes it's not. It really just depends.
Sure, like it's like any movie, if you have something to say and it's something important, then make sure you say it appropriately.
Yeah.
So right now, from my point of view, this is very, very early concept stuff that we're getting onto. We don't know the synopsis of the plot. We don't necessarily know what these characters are doing or what they're exactly trying to do.
The synopsis of the plot is literally this. A young boy travels the Isle of Dogs to find his dog.
Dogs.
That's the synopsis we
Right.
have.
Well, and then that's like the most basic synopsis is kind of what I'm meaning. Like, we don't know the real essence of the movie yet. We don't know what the exact roles are per se. And you're right, if it is dogs, then they're just dogs. They're just mainly going after maybe a artistic theme for the animation, and that's Japanese. I don't know, but it's too early to say. And let's forget, too, there are movies that are about Japanese culture where someone in a white role gets played prominently in the promotional material. The best one that I can think of for what I'm trying to say here is The Last Samurai. Last Samurai starred Tom Cruise. And Tom Cruise was not a white person playing an Asian role. He was a white male that went to Japan and had to go with the PTSD of actually committing genocide in America for Indians. Not Indians, I'm sorry, Native Americans. I apologize. Let me correct that. But Native Americans that were being slaughtered by Americans. And, it was about, like, keeping your culture and respecting a culture, even though maybe to the Western eyes that it was looking quote-unquote barbaric or it needed to be outdated. And the movie was about so much more than what a lot of people at the time were criticizing it for. They assumed Tom Cruise was playing a samurai and that, he would be in an Asian role. That's not what that was at all. So it's too early to judge. It's too early to
have all this. We're so ready to put blame on all of the people, and we don't know anything about this. And there's many more white people starring as voices in this movie than just ScarJo and Tilda Swinton. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying whitewashing isn't a problem in Hollywood. I think I'd be the first to say that it's a problem in Hollywood. I will defend that until the day I die. But when we're talking animated characters, when they're almost what's the word I'm looking for? When they're neither gender.
Androgynous.
Androgynous. When we're talking about essentially androgynous characters, we're then talking about characters that don't identify with a race or heritage either.
So that's what they were going after for Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, and I think that we're just kind of jumping the gun on this one.
Yeah.
So chill.
And I'm over the clickbait that places like HuffPost have now. Yeah. So that people can get angry without actually reading the articles. Because I will admit, they had me for a second, and I read the article. I shared it after reading the first part of the article with you guys.
Right, and then later,
I read it through, and I'm like, shit.
Wait a second.
I'm not angry about this. I think I think we're at that point where we're getting mad over things that we don't gonna get mad about. And if we are gonna get mad about things like this, then we need to get mad about things like Lion King too, because that's the exact same thing that's happening.
And for me too, I want to see what exactly the roles are portraying and what they're going after, and then when that time comes, then we can lambast them. There's a reason why people were upset with Ghost in the Shell, and that when we go down to brass tacks of it all and watching what they tried to do in that movie, absolutely warranted for that criticism. Yeah. Absolutely warranted.
But you and I agree that Tilda Swinton's character in Doctor Strange wasn't necessarily, like, her character, the way it was portrayed, didn't warrant the backlash that it got.
Right, and then going alongside with that statement then, well, is it wrong then to make a male role into a female role, to have females in a movie that was male-dominated?
I don't think that should be a problem. I think we should be celebrating
We should be celebrating that she was in the movie and then given a role that made sense. And Tilda Swinton was great in that role.
And I think we should be celebrating that we didn't typecast a stereotypical Asian old wise man in that place, in that character, because that, on the other side of the spectrum, is just as infuriating.
Sure.
Yeah. True.
And I do want to preface this too. Like, I really want to state that a lot of the movies now are course correcting to make sure that we get a little bit more diversity in our films. Great. I think in the next 5 years we're going to see a massive change in Hollywood. At least I'm hoping, and I'm going to celebrate the successes for that. Mulan getting confirmed that they are not whitewashing any of the roles. Mm-hmm. Very hopeful.
That was a smart idea to do in the beginning, because people would, like you did, jump the gun. What were you going to say?
And I was also going to say that instead of going after the actors or actresses that are playing these roles, we should be going against the casting directors.
I'm going to play
casting directors, and the people involved in the publishing.
I'm going to play devil's advocate on that, though. Like, these actors and Africans, God, where is my mind? These actors and actresses have every capability of saying, no, that's probably not the best choice I should do. I'm not going to do that.
I do agree with that, but I do think that if, it is ultimately up to those that are casting that make the decision.
The whole culture, everyone involved in the culture needs to change that.
And I think it's beginning. We just need to stay wary. Definitely. We need to stay wary. But let's not be so quick to jump the gun like we've been saying.
But I agree with you, though. But then I have a question, not that I'm disagreeing at all, because I do agree. When is it okay for an actor to say no? Because, you don't want to pass up a role, especially for a really big movie, such as, let's say, Mulan. Or, Scarlett Johansson in Ghost in the Shell. That's a big movie for a lot of different people worldwide. Would you say no to that, though, as an actor, though?
Yeah, I think it's a case-by-case basis. I think, in hindsight, it would have been wise for ScarJo to say no.
And I'm not just saying her in general. I'm just saying, in general, when do you say no?
You don't know until later, though, unfortunately.
And
you don't know all the pieces.
Because, when you look into the movie, they were trying to do something with it.
Like you said, I need to see it still,
but the execution was just
poor.
Very poor.
Very poor.
Okay.
And I think, and obviously I'm not an actress or an actor by any means, but I think at that point, the other side of it is, if I do say no, a couple producers might look at me differently, but then I've got this entire world celebrating me and trying to stop the whitewashing of Hollywood movies.
But here's the thing, though. No one will know that you turned something down because that's not as popular as someone gaining a role.
That's true.
Really just depends.
It's just a
case by case
situation. This particular situation, I think the backlash is unwarranted as of right now.
We'll see later what happens.
We'll find out,
Little trigger happy on that one. All right, moving on.
All right.
What you got?
So, I have,
things.
So, there's been talk that Joe Manganiello,
Manganiello?
I like the way you pronounced it. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the old guy in Magic Mike.
That guy.
Either way, it's the guy. He's in Magic Mike. He's in Smurfs.
It's fine.
He's also going to be Deathstroke in the upcoming Batman movie.
Nice.
He is working on a script for a D&D movie.
Right.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Didn't we just have... Oh, no, that was World of Warcraft that we just had.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Going back in time, there is a movie that's called Dungeons and Dragons that was made back, I want to say 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Not good at all.
Oh, no.
A terrible movie.
Every time they've tried to, make any kind of like media based off of Dungeons and Dragons, it's always turned out bad.
Right. So I think the crazy thing, and I think this is maybe where you're going with it, is that there's a chance that maybe it's good.
Well,
Let Ransom tell us.
If he stars in it, all the ladies are gonna go see it.
True.
It does sound interesting because something that he was talking about was trying to connect it by the friendships of the characters, because he was talking about things like Lord of the Rings, how the reason why people loved it so much and connected with it was because it gave them this idea of friendship throughout with the characters.
Fellowship of
if
the
you
Ring.
will.
Yeah, fellowship. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, going off of that, I think it would be cool if he kind of did like a Jumanji thing with it, where
Oh, hell yeah.
it wasn't just like if he realized that it's still a game, and that people are going into the game, and if he like made it
That'd be fun.
kind of
Almost
like
like an Avatar kind of thing.
kind of like where
The good movie, not the bad one.
I'm just talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
an Avatar in general, not
Yeah.
the movie Avatar.
James Cameron, not the terrible M. Night Shyamalan.
We don't talk about that here.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Good.
But yeah, if he did something where it was like these friends, it's kind of like their escape from the from going to school or something, and like they just kind of get to escape their life in Dungeons and Dragons. I think that would be like a really cool.
That'd be fun.
Like,
You should
story.
do a screenplay about it.
I think you should.
Oh.
Send
Dude,
it.
yeah.
Only because
Send it to Joe.
that interests me. Because I want to know why these people are. I'm gonna admit it here. I don't know why people play that game. But if I were to get into a movie where there's people playing this game, and understanding why it's an escape for them, I have my own escapes. Everybody has their own escape. That's interesting though to
I
me.
probably would have seen World of Warcraft if they had gone along more.
Yeah,
that
I
way,
think that's
rather
an
than
ingenious
forcing us as
idea.
If it were just a world,
Yeah.
Though I do have to say that I think we already do kind of have a Dungeons and Dragons TV show. It's called Stranger Things.
Bam! Son, that's what's up.
Also, I have a question though. Does this mean they're gonna make a Cones of Dunshire movie too? Because I'm gonna need that in my life.
They did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yes.
need that in my life if they do, and Adam
Uh,
Scott needs to star.
Oh my god, yes. But yeah, that's all that they really have for D&D so far.
We'll see. I gotta like chime in just real quick.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll take anywhere, but it's cool to know that he wants to try.
Yeah.
I think it's a
yeah.
good idea, only because D&D is so popular among an audience that really is rising. I feel the nerd culture is really kind of coming up and being the best culture ever. You're welcome. So I think it would attract an audience. I think it would probably make money.
You could say that geeks are dominating.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
moving on. This is probably
So exciting.
my most exciting thing that happened this month. Kingsman: The Golden Circle trailer debuted, and
It's so fun.
it is amazing. It's I am very excited for this movie. I love the first, and
What a surprise it was too.
The first
Oh,
one
yeah.
was.
Huge surprise.
I was like, "What's
Yeah.
this?" And then I was like,
And
"This is the
It looked
greatest."
so dumb when I saw it.
Right?
That was brilliant.
I think this is gonna be just as interesting because the first one is based off of a comic book.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sort of like Kick-Ass, but
Exactly.
there hasn't been any other stories from the Kingsman comic book. So Matthew Vaughn is creating something
Totally brand new.
totally brand new.
World building, yeah.
Yeah.
Kingsman was
awesome.
great. I will watch that movie. I don't care how many times we see it. I will still enjoy
I almost
that
wonder
movie.
if we're watching the start of our generation's 007.
Well,
Too soon to say, but that would be awesome.
That would be.
Yeah.
I would
It's
totally
It's
have
about
eggs
time.
in.
I mean, I think our generation is kind of over the 007 kind of thing, and
Never over.
and
Never
I'm
over.
over
with
it.
you.
I don't know.
Love you, James
with
Bond.
Frickin' Spectre.
That shit was dumb.
Just move on
Okay.
to a new Bond. Get Elba on it. It would be great. So,
Idris
but
Elba.
Idris
Idris
Elba.
Elba.
no,
Elba.
Elba on it. That's why I said Elba.
I
Or
thought
did
you
I
said
say
elbow.
Elba?
You said
Elbow?
Elba.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ransom.
Idris
But-
Elba.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm very excited with this, and people are complaining about the fact that they showed that, Harry was still alive.
Well,
I
duh.
don't think it's gonna
But-
be what we think.
That
it's, what
Well,
we think it is.
I suspect that he is actually the antagonist in this. That's my theory.
Da-na-na-na.
Julianne Moore, though, is supposed to be the antagonist.
Yeah,
However,
but
I hear what
I
you're
think
saying.
because one of the reasons why I say that is because of what Michael Caine said in the first movie, in which if Harry was still here, he would agree with me on this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Also,
Talking about the
another thing of people being upset about him coming back ages ago, when the sequel was first announced that it was happening, it said, what did it say? It was like,
Rumors of my
rumors
death
of
are
my death have been
greatly...
greatly exaggerated.
Yes,
We
yes.
knew he wasn't gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, hello! So people can just shut up. It's fine.
It's fucking Colin Firth. He's gonna come back.
Oh God, Colin Firth.
Colin Firth.
No, I'm too... Okay. Gonna admit, though, a little nerviosa about Channing Tatum.
Me too.
I
Channing
believe.
Tatum is okay to me.
I mean,
I'm not one of those girls that's like, oh my god,
I
Channing
don't think
Tatum.
I'm not in love with him, but I've 21 Jump Street.
It was great.
He's brilliant in
He's
that
great.
movie.
Oh well, and that's
I just...
ultimately, I think, that like the comedy that's going to be in this movie is going to be from The Statesman.
And here we go. That's what I'm concerned about.
Because
That's
what's more funny than America?
But exactly, that's what I'm concerned about, though. We're already a laughingstock with the entire world right now.
Exactly.
Already, politically. We don't need Channing Tatum. I mean, it's not going to be his fault. But we're
But I
already
think
a
if it's done
laughingstock.
on purpose, though, and we're making fun of ourselves. I
That's
think
true.
it's
Maybe it'll help us
respectable.
out because
I
we're
mean-
already in trouble here.
Like, they freaking blew up Obama's head in the first.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
That's
So-
true.
Yeah.
God,
Okay,
I can't
fine.
wait to see what they do to Donald Trump.
Ah! Make America great again.
But it looks like it was a fun trailer. If
Oh,
you
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
watch
excited.
it, It's so
Yes.
fun.
Absolutely.
And Kingsman and Eggsy and just the whole, I love it. British people are great. Americans are great. Eggsy is really hot. Sorry.
Oxford, not bros.
Yes.
I'm stoked. I'm
Yeah.
stoked.
All right. Was that your 2 movie newses?
Yes.
Okay.
On to Anthony.
So I got to one real quick one here. David Fincher has been going back and forth with the guys from World War Z 2 as to direct.
More zombies.
He's- Yeah, but here, I mean, World War Z was not a bad movie. I
Haven't
thought it
seen
was
it.
good, but it's the world building around it that I thought was interesting. We can watch it sometime if you'd like. But I like Brad Pitt in that role. I think he's great. And the coolest thing is, I think Fincher and Brad Pitt work very well together. Seven. That movie is amazing.
Oh, you showed me that. It was good.
Amazing movie.
Fight
So,
Club.
yeah. Fight Club.
Fight
So
Club.
they've had dealings in the past. They work well together. I think that would do well for a sequel. That's all I wanted to say about that. And I'm a
Yeah.
Fincher person, and I love that man. So I think everything he does is amazing.
Though I do want to say though that it does kind of make me wary, just because while he has done book adaptations or movie adaptations of books,
Gone Girl.
That's
he's
great.
making a sequel to something that he hasn't worked with yet.
And that's the thing. He hates sequels.
exactly
Ever since Alien.
Exactly.
Yeah. I hear you, but I think this is a chance to redeem that.
Well, I wonder if this is
Feeling
going to
in
be
his
good because
eyes.
he hates sequels. And he's going to make it feel like less of a sequel and more of like a world building thing.
Maybe. And that's what I'd like to assume. I think I believe in Fincher enough that I'm willing to look past that previous problem.
Yeah.
But I hear you, though. The other thing that I had was a bit of a sad story. If you've been paying attention to the news, you probably already know this, but Jonathan Demme, director of Silence of the Lambs and Philadelphia, has unfortunately passed away. 72, I believe.
73 it says.
73? Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Man, thank you. No, I appreciate that. 73, and it's just it's a very tragic thing. And whenever we lose someone that has contributed something really special to movies and has been a part of it for a while, it's always a sad thing. For me, it just especially hits home because Silence of the Lambs is one of my favorite movies. I show that to literally everyone
The first
that I
movie
ever
as a
meet.
couple we saw, and I don't do scary movies, P.S. So the first movie Anthony showed me, and I was like, okay, I'll watch this because I'm in love with you, but I won't admit it, was Silence of the Lambs.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched it, and I was like, what the fuck? But it was so good, and now I love that movie and the whole universe of it. With Hannibal, the show, which we still need to finish, but anyway, it's a great movie. So that's really sad because that movie was actually really great.
And he forever solidified a villain that you actually like. You like him,
I like Hannibal.
and you shouldn't like him because he's terrible.
He is
and
terrible.
you know that he's terrible, and there's no doubt about it. But in the way that he does it, Hannibal's charisma, his charm, and yes, of course, that was partly due
Anthony Hopkins.
to Anthony Hopkins, but it's that direction behind it. He would have needed that in the first place to get anywhere near what he had there, and I think that movie is incredible. So it's just sad to see him go.
Yeah.
So
It's sad.
you will be missed, Jonathan. Now on for some lighter news.
Hey!
Very
so,
lighter news.
This is really
Happy.
a Casey news story, but I'm going to cover it anyway.
Nice.
The Lion King live action is coming out. We already know that the great James Earl Jones is coming back as Mufasa. You couldn't cast him differently or the movie wouldn't work. I'm sorry. It wouldn't.
True.
And of course, you've got a few people cast, but the new news is about Timon and Pumbaa, who are the stars of my favorite movie, Lion King 1.5, which is great. Go watch it right now. Finish this video and then go watch it. Anyway. Dig tunnel, dig. Anyway. So, Timon and Pumbaa have been cast. Timon is going to be played by Billy Eichner, which if you have watched Parks and Recreation, he is the
So good.
sassy guy from Eagleton who comes into the Parks Department. What was the line that you like, Ransom?
Oh. Because my therapist said so.
And he does the wine. It's so good. It's like literally you could probably voice Timon. And he's the wine connoisseur at Aziz Ansari's restaurant Tom Haverford. There we go. His restaurant. He's a great character. He kind of comes in towards the end, but he's hilarious. And he is sassy. And he is kind of whiny, which is fine. It's whiny in a good way. And Timon's kind of like that way. When he sings things, especially when he's upset about Nala and Simba getting it on, he's like, yeah, we're going to trios down to 2.
The whole start of that song is just him complaining about losing a friend
It's
to
true.
love.
So I think you will be perfect.
Yeah.
You're going to be a great Timon. I'm so excited. With all these remakes, it's hard because you're afraid of how it's going to go. But if you cast correctly... Oh, and then we have Pumbaa. Seth Rogen. Okay, so here's why I'm okay with it. Seth Rogen would make a fart joke in real life anyway. So why not make him Pumbaa? Honestly, I love The Lion King. It's Casey's favorite movie. It's one of my very favorite movies. I enjoy Lion King 1.5, Lion King 2, But Lion King is great, and I think the live action is going to be amazing because of what Jon Favreau did with Jungle Book. So, casting-wise, I think that those two are actually pretty smart choices. I think that Seth Rogen will bring the humor to Pumbaa that is needed, and Billy Eichner will bring the kind of sassiness that Timon has. So I think it's perfect.
You brought up a good thing, though, about Seth Rogen's humor in the past, though. I want you to touch on that.
So, yeah, the only concern that I have, because I think you're right, I think in general, not a bad choice at all. It's just... We're used to Seth Rogen being the foul-mouthed kind of stoner comedy that doesn't really lend itself to something that's a little more G-rated.
Sure.
Although
Even the animated movie that he just worked on, the first animated movie he worked on, was raunchy as hell.
It's true. And here's my take on it. Yes. Super raunchy Seth Rogen is, and that's why we all love him. However, I think being placed in this role, he knows what to do.
Yeah.
I hope.
I'm assuming, yeah. I mean, Favreau won't let him start talking about, hitting a blunt.
But is he gonna be funny when he doesn't have his normal
True.
butt of the jokes that he has?
Well, I think Pumbaa's a funny character anyway, and if you're gonna base it off of the original Pumbaa,
Well, Pumbaa was partly Pumbaa was a funny character because of who played him.
true.
Like, you can have those lines, and if they're not delivered right, they're not gonna be funny.
I hope Seth
Though-
Rogen can do it.
This isn't his first time with voice acting at a children's film. Because he was in Kung Fu Panda. as
Oh,
Star
yeah!
Good point.
Yeah.
I
That's
do forget
true.
that, yeah.
So,
It's 'cause
Seth
they on
Rogen,
purpose didn't watch
PSA, don't fuck this up, okay? Just, be funny, be G-rated funny. I know you like to be not G-rated funny, but Pumbaa, he has some funny things. Just don't be raunchy because I don't think that'll work for this movie at all. If you're raunchy, I don't think it'll work.
I'm still having anxiety over who they're gonna cast as Nala.
Do not cast Beyonce as Nala. I'm over it.
Look,
Don't cast her.
We
Do
came
not
up with
cast her.
2 great choices in the last one.
It's true.
Go check that one out because Janelle Monáe or Kerry Washington will be
But
great.
I'm all about
Yeah.
that Janelle Monáe life now. I want her.
Right?
Nala
Yeah. Yeah.
So hard.
She can
Absolutely.
sing. She can act. Do not cast Beyonce. I will not watch if you cast Beyonce.
I mean, I'll still watch it, but I won't.
I'll
I won't
probably
like
will,
it.
but still.
Now, what would be a great casting in a Jurassic Park movie?
Oh, in a Jurassic Park movie, I'm thinking if you're gonna cast somebody, you cast Jeff Goldblum. What just happened? Jeff Goldblum is confirmed for the next Jurassic World sequel. Yay! Okay, here we go. Dino droppings. Here we go. Jeff Goldblum is all about dino life and how dinos will survive and plants will survive. And from what I've heard,
Chaos.
Castician,
Castician.
this movie is going to be more about what is the life of this dinosaur who was kind of artificially made.
Life finds a way.
Okay, so Jeff Goldblum quotes. Here we go. Jeff Goldblum was all about that life in the first Jurassic Park movie. Also, I hope he's just, sitting there like this, whatever.
Yeah, just lounging.
I just think it's great because Jurassic Park was great for a lot of reasons. Jeff Goldblum was one of those reasons why Jurassic Park, I think, was a great movie. I love the Jurassic Park movies. Stop making the parks, though. Obviously, it's not working. Okay, go a different direction.
I just say that, like, all they need now to make that, like, reminisce of Jurassic Park is Samuel Jackson.
They can't do it, though. He's dead.
Yeah.
The
But
character,
still.
not Samuel Jackson.
No.
Samuel Jackson is still very much alive.
So my worry
Still
is
weird.
though,
Yeah.
the last time we saw Jeff Goldblum reprise his role from a movie made years earlier, it turned out terrible.
From what I understand, not his fault. I still haven't watched that film because I'm afraid.
What's the film?
Independence Day 2.
Oh, I haven't watched that on purpose. But, okay, I'm taking lines from you now. Here's the thing, though. Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park, though, I just hope that... Because, what was that guy? The doctor guy in Jurassic World. I liked him.
He's the guy from the first movie, too.
Anyway.
I
Yeah.
hear what you're saying, though.
Apologies, I don't know
yeah.
his name on the top of my head, but I think he was good. And I think those Easter eggs are what makes it fun to go back to this universe all these years later. So I think
That's
Jeff
true.
Goldblum, in a way, it could be horrible. It could be the worst thing ever. But I think it will be okay.
I think they're not trying to make the best movie in the world, which is why I think it's going to be a fun movie.
I agree. I love, too, like, Goldblum is just blooming out of nowhere.
Ah, he's
Yeah.
Goldbluming.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
like in all these random roles now.
Yeah.
He's just decided to come back into the world, and everyone's like, yes,
Isn't he
bring
in a
it
Marvel
more.
movie coming up here pretty soon?
Thor
Yes.
2, yeah.
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah, he is in Thor Ragnarok.
Or Thor 3, sorry, not 2.
Oh yeah,
The
we
third
had the
one,
second
yeah.
one, Ragnarok. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well,
But yeah, it's good stuff.
that's
Agreed.
it for me. Okay.
Cool. The next part of the show is what we saw last month. Just kind of some selections of movies we saw last night. Now, the unfortunate thing was April was a bit
Hectic.
hectic, and also as a movie month,
Not great.
not insanely good.
I didn't see anything, but dogs are good. So just remember that dogs are the best. That's all I need to tell you. Go ahead.
Good
Thank
advice.
you,
Are-
Kate.
You're
Ransom.
welcome.
Ransom
Well,
didn't
I was gonna
see
say,
anything
are
on it.
there any that you would have wanted to see in April that you missed?
You know, granted, okay, here we go. When I was young, I used to come home and Power Rangers would be on TV, and I hated that show, but I'd watch it out of morbid curiosity every day. So
How
I'm
do you
kind of,
hate that show.
I just didn't get it. I wasn't really into it. I was more of a Scooby-Doo girl myself. I didn't have cable, and
Yeah.
so Power Rangers, I was like, all right, cool. I definitely wanted to be the Pink Ranger, whatever. It was part of my childhood. I didn't really love it, but I'm interested to see what they would do now with like the special effects that we have now, and in a movie format instead of a show format. So I am kind of sad that I didn't get to see Power Rangers.
I saw it, and it's so fucking silly. It is beyond silly. But at the end, they started off really well. They get these, like, cool characters in the beginning that you really want to root for. And they make the dynamic of the team itself awesome. So you like these kids, you like what they're doing, and you wish them the best. I hope they make a second one because Power Rangers is one of the movies that I caught from last month. And it wasn't bad. It's pretty fun.
What
So-
about you, Ransom? Because it says that you didn't see anything. But what would
Yeah.
you wish you could see?
I didn't see any. I still didn't see T2 Train Spotting.
Ah.
A
Unfortunately.
tragedy! This
It's
man
a
loves
tragedy.
train spotting.
I love Train Spotting. And the I wish I had seen Colossal, but that still has a
Same.
chance. And Free Fire, but you two saw it. What did you guys think?
Lucky
I
dogs.
loved it.
God. Yeah, it was so much fun.
It was hilarious. It was fun. The action was intense, but also humorous. I hated all the characters and loved them all at the same time. And I just thought that for a movie that takes place in one place, the entire movie, they do not leave this area. It blew my mind how fun and interesting that movie was.
Yeah, it was every bit what I exactly wanted from
Yeah.
the movie going into it. It's definitely one of those that like didn't like amaze me, you know, with like how amazing it was. It's just I went in wanting a movie where we could laugh at some characters in a really tense situation, and it's exactly like you said. They really captured this one area so well, and they get you invested in what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You care about what happens to the characters even if you don't necessarily like them, and it's interesting to see how the entire scenario plays out. And I did admit the ending of the movie with certain people that are still alive, I did see coming a little bit
No spoilers.
because I just assumed in a good way, and I was happy that they made that choice because I think it worked. So I think the ending was
like
nice.
how it would have been, you know, because the whole movie's realistic in the beginning anyways, but
yeah.
it would have been more unrealistic had it ended any other way.
Yeah,
Not necessarily
agreed.
with the character that ended it, but just in general how it ended.
Absolutely.
I will say too, with every single movie I've seen since the Social Network that Armie Hammer is in, I love him more and more and more as an actor.
He was really good in this movie.
I loved him in this movie.
Yeah. He keeps
I
getting
would-
better and better.
Yeah, I just want him to get better roles because like
You're
there's
gonna
some that
love
Go
this
see Free
role.
Fire.
You're gonna love this
Yeah.
role.
I think that's his best one yet so far.
and Cillian Murphy too.
I
Cillian
love
Murphy.
You're gonna love his role,
He's
too.
my boy.
It's kind of like his stereotypical Irish bad boy role, especially since you watch
Peaky
Blinders.
Blinders. Yeah.
But it was like, he was probably one of my favorite characters in the movie, and he definitely was the one I was probably rooting for the most, honestly.
Right. Agreed. And
But-
man, I don't know why I'm spacing on his name because I love him so
The
much.
South African guy.
Oh, Charlotte Copley.
Yeah,
Yes!
Charlton
Oh,
Copley
Ransom
was
Revenge!
amazing. Dude, I cannot get enough of that guy. He's like, he does a similar kind of acting in each one of his roles, but it works so well. He captures like the essence of someone you can, like an underdog that you can love, someone that you literally is just like a crazy screwed up guy and you hate him. Or in this case, someone who's so arrogant and pompous that just he goes through these scenarios saying the most ridiculous things, and that accent, that South African accent, it's just great.
I still love from the trailer, just like him with the cardboard armor. And he's
Protection!
like, it's for protection, protection from infection.
Yeah, that moment was really good.
It was good. I would definitely say, I mean, that was the only movie I saw this month, but I would definitely say it's worthwhile, I think, to even just see in theaters. 'Cause it's so fun.
I think we can all say recommend you all go see Free Fire.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
From the reaction that I've seen from these two, for sure.
It was so
For
funny.
sure.
Then the next part of this is we just wanted to recap real quick who won the last box office movie game predictions before we go on to the next month. Now, I'm going to make it a little bit quick.
That's okay.
Fast and Furious
What the hell?
was the main winner from this whole month. But the interesting thing was the way we predicted the weeks was actually pretty balanced. There wasn't many surprises, I think, except for the fact that both you and I tied at the end because we made a wrong and a right correction, but at different times of the month.
Yeah.
Boss
So-
Baby weirdly did well. Gross.
Yeah, it makes me mad that movie got as much
I mean,
money
I
as it
assumed
did.
it would because that's, like, when parents don't want to sit at home with their kids, they're going to take their kids to a movie. And if it stars Alec Baldwin, right?
Yeah.
That's who starred in it. Then the parents are going to kind of, like, I don't know. Kids' movies always do better than they should,
True.
is really what I'm saying.
So it looks like, and this is my first time playing this game, but it looks like last time Casey and Anthony tied.
Yes.
So,
So we each owe each other a drink. Or a movie ticket. Either one.
A drink is good.
yay drinks.
Cool. All right. So next up is what's coming to
Woo! This month
theaters
is so good.
in May. So,
Amazing.
Dance with me, Ransom.
first weekend of May 5th, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, The Lovers, The Dinner, and Three Generations.
Okay,
I'm
let's-
assuming we all know what we want for this
Yeah,
week.
there
I know.
are 3. I don't
really
care.
sure.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Baby Groot. Ah! Ah!
I am Groot,
I'm so
yeah.
excited. Okay, first of all, when we first saw the trailers for the first Guardians of the Galaxy, like, this shit's dumb. I'm not watching this dumbass shit. No, this is dumb. This is a Marvel movie I'm not gonna like. Then I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, and it became my favorite Marvel movie.
When she
So-
was watching the trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy
I cried.
2
I cried.
and squealed at Baby Groot every single time.
I
It's
mean,
not fair.
you-
It's
you
not
can't-
fair.
You can't help it when you get a close up of Baby Groot and he's just like,
My favorite is when he's eating the M&Ms in the flight chair.
Yes!
oh yeah, he's like, buckle up.
Groot, buckle up.
I love it when because the very first trailer you had was of the death button,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I am Groot," and then Rock is like, "No!" And he's okay. Repeat it back to me. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. No!
So all of the
I am Groot.
all of the reviews that I've seen in terms of 4-star, 5-star, whatever, no one says this is like an amazing, like brilliant movie by any means, but so far the general consensus is that this is fun, this is entertaining, and you're gonna leave with a big ass smile on your face.
There's also 5 cutscenes at the end. So okay. PSA to all of you assholes who go to Marvel movies and leave before the cutscenes. Y'all are dumb. Okay?
Actually,
Sit your
just
ass.
leave. We don't need you there.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
We
true.
don't need your negative.
But it's
treatment.
funny because that's the time I get super sassy with people. I will sit there in my chair and be like, "You're dumb."
Let's be
Dumb.
honest. When have you not been super sassy with people that
I
are
was gonna
dumb?
say you're always super sassy.
Well, people in public are dumb. They're just dumb. They don't
But
understand anything.
There are 5 cutscenes. So if
5!
you genuinely care about that cinema universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and
Stay.
stay.
Well,
Also,
I
Chris
don't.
Pratt.
I don't know how it all works, but I'm assuming it's like credit, cutscene, credits, cutscene, credits, cutscene,
It's-
continue.
It's interesting because what James Gunn said was that the cutscenes, 4 of them, are just going to be like absolute nonsense and just like for the fun
Thanks.
of it,
Thanks.
and then 1 is gonna actually lead into
Well,
Infinity War.
and normally when they have the 2, that's exactly how they do it. 1
It's
super
nonsense.
Yeah.
silly, 1 really important. So that does not surprise me in the least.
yeah, I'm just interested to see like why is
What?
it 4 cutscenes?
Yeah.
I just, honestly, Marvel, you're probably just playing with us at this point, but I will play right into whatever agenda you have.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to
fine.
see good cutscenes, and Guardians is just, it's a fun time. It's so good.
I do
Truth.
have to say though that there better be a Kevin Bacon reference again in this movie.
Maybe you see just Kevin Bacon like making
Did you
bacon.
guys, did you guys hear that
Making
Stallone
bacon.
has a character in this movie?
Really?
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, he
I
does.
didn't know that.
That's amazing.
It's crazy. The rumor was he was up for Kurt Russell's role originally.
really?
but-
oh yeah.
But he has a character, and people are like, "Yeah, hell yeah, I want to see more of this character in this universe." And I'm like, I didn't
Cool.
even fucking know he was in this
Me
movie.
either.
Looking
yeah,
forward to it.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Guardians is just a good ass
I
time.
think also Nathan Fillion has another cameo in this.
What?
I wouldn't be surprised.
In Guardians?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
I
not be
heard
surprised.
something, Yeah.
That's a good.
Wait,
that's
another
good.
cameo. What was his first cameo?
He was the blue guy that came up to Star-Lord in the Prisoner and is like, I'm gonna
What
was
the
it?
It's kind of like I'm gonna butter your bread
yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like that.
We'll
That
watch
was Nathan
Guardians
Fillion?
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
We have to watch it again. Okay, what's going on the next week?
So the weekend of May 12th, second week of May, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, Snatched, Low Riders, Paris Can Wait, The Wall. I know, not the Great Wall.
And
The
not the
Wedding
wall that
Plan.
Donald Trump is trying to build.
Right, and The Wedding Plan. I mean, honestly, this is another movie where there's clearly one movie that's going to take away box office if it does manage to take any box office away from Guardians of the Galaxy. That's King Arthur.
I don't think
genuinely
it's going
don't think
to.
it will.
I don't.
I
King Arthur
agree.
looks great, but Guardians is Marvel.
Guardians
Sorry.
has had such a hype around it.
It really
since
has.
The first one, and I don't get me wrong. I think we're all in agreement here that we love Charlie Hunnam and we love what he does. I genuinely do not think that this is going to take away
yeah.
from Marvel.
Yeah, I totally
don't-
agree. And the shittiest thing too, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's just like Guy Ritchie has had this movie on the plate for 2 years. It's been delayed about 4 or 5 times. It was supposed to be out last year.
Yeah.
Like, how did that happen?
It's terrible that it's being released the week after Guardians. It's just not.
Yeah, though I do think this movie is gonna be good.
It's gonna be great.
And I think once people like start seeing it, that it will get more hype. So I'm thinking like maybe in the next week.
I
Maybe.
mean, you and I were talking about that trailer.
I wanna
and
see
then
it.
By the end of it, you had me convinced
Yeah.
to go see it.
I want to
Yeah.
see
I'm
it.
gonna see it.
I
Oh,
just
yeah.
think that story of King Arthur, it's been done Disney-wise. It's been done a billion times.
That's so true.
But with this one, it just looks epic.
Also, Charlie Hunnam.
Also, Charlie Hunnam, shirtless, please.
And Jude
Always.
Law.
Jude
Like-
Law, who? Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about that because that's totally in the way future. Continue.
So then the next week, though,
Fantastic.
and this is the biggest
Dumbledore.
problem with King Arthur gaining any traction. Alien Covenant,
Is the next
Diary
week.
of the Wimpy Kid, The
Yeah.
Long Haul, and everything. I haven't even heard of that movie ever. But Diary of a Wimpy Kid is a kids movie. Kids and families are going to go see that movie. And then Alien Covenant, I think, is going to wreck shop controlling the second half of May.
I
Guardians
don't
of
know.
the Galaxy is going to completely sweep those 2 weeks. There's no way that
I call
King
3.
Arthur is going to get out.
I call 3.
Maybe 3, but I think Alien Covenant is everything that Alien fans have been wanting for forever. This is really Scott's redemption
I think
after Prometheus.
I think especially it's going to pull in those Blade Runner fans for
Very
the
true.
fact that it's going to be showing a new trailer.
That's the other thing, yeah. So, a little movie news here. The first full trailer of Blade Runner 2049, is it 2049? Yeah. 2049 is going to be coming alongside Alien Covenant. Now, true, it's the internet age. It's going to be on the internet. It's not like people
Yeah.
are going to be going
But
to
people
see it.
want it. But still,
it's
people
extra,
who are
yeah.
people who are
Yeah.
fans will want to see that on the big screen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I'm very excited for Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
Everything is based on a young adult novel.
Is it?
It's very much like that cancer movie, something about the
Fault in Our
stars.
Stars.
Oh,
It's very
okay.
much like that.
Got it.
Okay, interesting. Then weekend of the 26th, we've got 2 kind of heavy hitters here. So, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, and Baywatch, which I think has been slowly getting people more on board with that
Okay,
movie
you've got
because it looks so
Zac
ridiculous.
Efron in the trailers. You're gonna get my attention. So
And The Rock.
I was
Rock.
all about seeing that movie, and then I saw the trailer for the first time when we were seeing Free Fire, and I
Oh,
looked
yeah.
over at you two, and I'm like, that looks so ridiculous.
it does, but that's
And it
exactly
kinda-
why people are gonna
but
see it.
But that trailer turned me off. Like,
Oh, okay. So it
Really?
was the 2 ridiculous.
yeah, I don't
Okay.
think I thought I was gonna see it in theaters because Zac Efron is Bay, but I don't think I'm going to now.
Oh
It just looks. There's no other word than ridiculous.
Absolutely.
I mean, you saw the trailer with me. You and I
Yeah.
were both like, "What just happened?"
No, I agree. The trailer is totally ridiculous, and the movie's going to be totally ridiculous. So far, I'm on board with some of the humor it's showing. But if I had to choose one movie that week, man, I don't know.
no! I would choose. The only reason I would choose Pirates, only because it's Disney. It's
Kids are gonna want to see it.
exactly, and there's a lot of people really enjoy the Pirates franchise.
Like Justin's friend Joe, for instance, is obsessed with it.
Yeah, so I mean,
Plus-
a lot of people enjoy that. So
Plus,
they're.
it's some people's favorite Johnny Depp character
Mm-hmm.
is Jack Sparrow.
And this is the return of
weekend-
Orlando Bloom.
True, and Keira Knightley.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
So I think between
People are
the
gonna
two
see it.
that week,
Pirates, for
this
sure.
This will totally sweep Baywatch.
Yeah, that's a good
For
point.
sure. I don't think Baywatch is going to do horribly, though. I think
I
it's
don't
going
think
to do
it'll do
good.
horribly by
But
any
I
means,
think that
but-
Pirates will definitely.
I'm curious to see who will come out on the weekend. So, tying it in, box office predictions for the month of May. Do you want me to start it out so you guys have some time to think this over?
I already know mine.
Are we doing week by week or the whole month?
Weekend by weekend like we were doing before. Because I think that makes it more interesting
I think we
instead
can
of
all
just the
agree
month.
on the first 2 weeks, though.
Guardians.
Yeah.
For sure. I
Agreed.
have that for my first 3, actually.
Me too.
I have
Okay.
that for my first 3, and then I guess since I have that, I'll go. My 4th is Pirates. So Guardians, and wait, Guardians. Yeah, and then Pirates.
Okay,
That's
so
my-
Guardians,
Pirates.
Pirates. May 5th, Guardians. May 12th, Guardians. May 19th.
You're gonna do Alien, aren't you?
May 19th, Guardians.
Really? Haha, I win.
May 26th, Alien Covenant.
Really? You think that it's gonna beat Pirates?
I think the word of mouth from Alien Covenant will definitely propel it on to the next level. It's just, I know Guardians is going to do so well in box office. Like, that movie, like you said, is so hyped. And
Yes.
it's Baby Groot.
It's
Baby Groot gets everyone. What do you think?
I'm thinking a little bit on the same line of that, but first 2 weeks, Guardians of the Galaxy. For the third, for May 19th, I'm gonna say King Arthur.
Oh, bold.
Yeah.
That's
choice
bold.
there.
Going bold.
Okay.
And then fourth week, I'm gonna say Alien Covenant.
Alien Covenant. All right.
Damn,
I'm
Pirates
on, the
is
same,
in there.
I'm on the exact same page as you, Katie. I think first 3 weeks is going to be Guardians, and I think the fourth week is going to be Pirates because it's I'd almost argue that Pirates has a larger fan base than Alien does, and that's why I think it's going to do better than Alien.
It's Disney. Here we go. Well, you can bring your
Yeah.
kids to that movie. It's not that bad.
There's a lot more reason. It has a lot. The audience is so much wider, not even bigger, just wider. That I think it'll do better than.
I
So-
agree with you completely.
Here's my only counter argument to that. Well, two.
No.
One, Pirates has been a 50-50 franchise.
Yeah.
There are movies that people like. There are movies that people straight up hate.
Yeah, but the
from
last
that
one they
franchise.
hated, so this one they're
This
gonna
one
like,
has,
right?
Maybe.
This one has Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley coming back. People are
But
gonna
that's-
They're
watch.
excited.
But that's not
I'm
necessarily
excited,
the
actually.
problem with even the Lost World. Lost World was just a mess. And even the second and the third Pirates of the Caribbean movies weren't that great. And they had Orlando and Kiera in them. I don't know. I'm not totally sold on how good this will be. And I think the audience is going to be a little 50-50 on that too. Now,
Well-
the second part of it, and I just want to say this real
you're
quick.
Just bad.
No, I gotta continue because it's a part of the argument. It is a PG-13 movie alongside Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a PG-13 movie. Both Disney franchises. One's clearly gonna win over the other, and the only
That one
good
already had more
rated R
time.
movie this whole month, Alien Covenant, and we haven't gotten a horror movie in cinemas for actually a couple weeks now. So
Yeah.
now we're going to get the cravings of the film fans that are going to be wanting something a little more scary, a little more haunting, and a little more bloody. And Alien does have an incredible breadth of film fans too.
Yeah.
Although I do agree, Pirates definitely has a wider breadth.
I'm gonna have to agree with that because the last time we saw a Pirates of the Caribbean movie was before Disney really took off with all of these different franchises.
That's
True.
true.
And so, like, this is Disney kind of trying to go back to maybe making Pirates of the Caribbean what it once was, but I don't think it's gonna get quite there as they would want.
I don't. Listen, I'm gonna stop you guys right here.
Ha!
Katie and I are not saying that people are gonna like it.
Oh, they're not.
We're just
No,
gonna say
I
people
hear
are
you.
gonna spend their money to watch. stupid
that's
movies
where
And
I'm
that's
coming
what
from.
I'm not
America.
sold on.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm thinking. We're talking about box office predictions here.
Right.
I'm not talking about people enjoying these movies.
And-
If we want to do a
Oh,
ratings
I'm
poll-
arguing the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying
No,
that.
and we
Yeah.
told. I think Alien Covenant's definitely got a really good audience. I think it's going to do very, very well.
But this one has a wider audience, and it's something that both parents and kids are going to enjoy. Not to mention, not even just enjoy, but they would, if you had an option, it's the wider audience having an option, because they probably have already seen Guardians. Let's just throw that out there.
They probably are.
If they're gonna go see another movie, chances are they're gonna be in the wider spectrum that's gonna want to see Pirates
People who have
over
seen-
Alien.
Yeah, the people who have seen Guardians
I'm
are
not
most likely
saying-
going to go see Pirates.
I guarantee they're gonna see it and they're gonna be like, "This is fucking stupid."
Oh yeah,
But they're gonna go see it.
guaranteed.
Well, and here's my point to that too. I think that if they're just gonna go see another movie in theaters again with their kids, the kids are gonna want to go see Guardians again because it's a known franchise. People
Or
love it
Wimpy
so
Kid.
much.
Maybe that'll
And
be
then
the.
there's the other
I was
thing.
gonna say maybe
There's
Wimpy Kid
another
also
kids movie
Pirates
beforehand,
is a
too.
known franchise, though.
Pirates is a known franchise, but again, it's been a known franchise that has been on the deteriorating end of it. I don't know if the trailers have proven to people that they're
Go
wanting
back
to go back again into this movie.
Well, and also, like, to go along with, like, the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, you know, they have more of a range of what to see this month in the
yeah.
theaters
Yeah,
than fans of, like, horror or sci-fi do.
Yeah.
I agree.
And they're going to want to see, like,
You know, who
Alien.
knows? But I think honestly, we all have really good predictions, and I think that
That's
all of
true.
our arguments are
Oh, yeah.
super
Oh,
valid.
yeah.
However, I think that we're gonna see. I don't think any of us are right. I think we're gonna see something ridiculous happen here.
Oh my god! Do you think it'll be one of those months
I
where
think
it's like
it'll be one
completely
of those
upended?
like we might have a winner. I
Watch,
don't
we're
know.
gonna be totally wrong. Baywatch is gonna take it over because it's Zac Efron and The Rock.
Yeah, who
That's
knows?
true.
Who
People
knows?
Yeah.
underestimate the presence of Rock.
Of
Oh,
abs.
yeah.
And he's so good at marketing his films on social media.
That's true.
He gets
Yeah.
people to come to all of his movies. San Andreas.
We
That
saw
movie
that.
was dumb.
That was horrible.
But I loved it. I loved it, and Rock proved to me that you would want to go see it for him.
The Rock.
Yeah.
And again, like you guys were saying, Zac Efron does draw in crowds too. So you put the dynamic nature of them together, and
Yeah.
with Rock's social media presence, we could be totally wrong, and
think,
Baywatch
like I
surprises
said,
out
I
of
think
nowhere.
all of our logic is correct.
Yeah.
Based on people who we all judge people, our logic is totally, obviously every single one of us is correct. I think we're going to see something upended. I'm just not seeing it yet. I'm just judging based on the fact that I have worked with people for way too many years and I could judge them way too bad. It's so good. I can judge them.
I think this is our biggest movie month since the show started.
Yeah.
The-
Summer
yeah.
months are going to be
Big name
fun, I
releases,
think.
Yeah.
So
Summer's
it'll be
gonna get
fun
crazy.
to see what happens.
Agreed. So, just to bottom down again, you guys, Guardians,
Pirates.
Pirates at the end.
Yep.
Guardians, Alien Covenant at the end. Guardians, King Arthur Covenant. Yeah. So this is gonna be a good month for it.
Yeah, we've got lots of things. If
So,
you and I win together,
Do
we'll
you
just
want to
drink
share
together.
a bottle of wine then?
Yeah.
What wine do you want?
Oh my
when we
God.
win?
Let's get something sweet and delicious.
Wow. Bold.
We're gonna
All right,
win,
guys.
and if not, even if we lose, you still owe us wine because we're awesome. That's how this show's.
That's not how the rules work.
That's how they should work.
I mean, then again,
The game
I
is
like
I
giving,
win.
I like splitting wine with you anyway.
That's
so,
true.
yeah. So there'll be that.
And Ransom will just give you some.
We don't
beer.
condone underage drinking here.
Well, let's
You're
give
gonna
you
be
some
getting
root
a
beer.
great juice box at the end of the month.
Just
Yay.
give me a movie ticket. 'cause
Yay!
That
I don't,
works.
I don't have money for
No, not
We'll go
funny.
see Alien Covenant.
Hey!
You
Again.
contribute.
All right.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you guys for watching so much. Where can people find you, Katie, if they want to get a hold of you, or do you want them to get a hold of
It's fine. I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
Katy Gilligan, K-T-Y.
you? Cool.
That's how you spell my name.
K-A-T-Y.
K-A-T-Y. K-T-Y.
Facebook, Ransom Tyson, and then Twitter at Tyson Ransom.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Twitter.
yeah.
I'm at Caterpins and Instagram.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can find me at the same place at Caterpins.
Yeah, that's right. So, and you like to pop on every once in a while.
Every
with
once in
Katie,
a
so-
while when I'm
It's
drinking,
surprising.
I'll get on Twitter and I'll be like, "Rah!"
Yeah.
So my rants are fun.
So Donald Trump, but actually funny
Yeah.
and humorous.
No, but Donald Trump doesn't drink, right?
That's true.
And
I'm
that's the
not
other
sober
part.
when I tweet, so come check me out.
I still haven't reactivated my Twitter since the last movie show.
So
So I keep
weird.
forgetting.
There's no rush. It's like a 50-50. Twitter's so weird.
I mean, you can always, what's the phrase? Tweet me?
Yeah.
Tweet me.
At Casey Mason.
Oh yeah.
Eventually we're there.
You get back on there, it's like 50
Yeah,
like,
right?
million
You
tweets.
can also find me on Instagram with the same tag name. You can find me on Facebook at Casey Mason.
Also,
Nice.
check out her artwork too.
True.
Casey Mason.
Casey Mason, portraits and artwork.
It's good
She's
shit, guys.
amazing. And then as for any of our other Geek Domination content, always check it out, geekdomination.net. And again, we have a Facebook page. Just search us, Geek Domination. Super easy. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll
Thanks.
see you in June.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.